Monday, October 1st. It's a new month, it's a new beginning. Welcome to vlog number 17. Well, we're now in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, everybody. This week has gone pretty well so far. We've tried some new things, tried some new ways, and seems to be working really well. Students actually did a Flipgrid yesterday, so they kind of self-taught, looking through the different PowerPoints that we had for science, and used that to kind of engage in conversation and also to ask questions about the law of conservation of mass, which means that matter cannot be created or destroyed, and that the weight of an object is the sum of all of its parts. And I think they hit it on the head with that, so I'm really impressed, and we'll just keep moving forward. The thing I really like about my students is their sense of humor. They all have a really good personalities and good sense of humor, and that is great for them, and it's great for me, it's great for our class. We're continuing to kind of like narrow down like when is it appropriate to be that way, when is it not. That just happens over time, but we have a really good time in class. I really have a fun time for the most part throughout every day, except when they talk when I'm trying to teach. One of the biggest takeaways so far this year, being my full year as a teacher, starting from beginning to end, because I plan on making it to the end, is really focusing on lesson plans, and not just lesson plans, but how I'm actually going to teach, what is the structure of each lesson, what is the structure of every little detail and nuance that I can think of, because the students that I have this year need variety, which all students need a variety, so you can't just sit there and teach for 30 or 40 minutes and expect everyone to not misbehave or not focus on what you're teaching or what you're talking about. So I'm trying as much as possible to break it up. I'm trying to incorporate other things like video clips, stories, real world connections. It's kind of hard in reading because it's reading. You're just reading basically, essentially. So trying to be creative in that aspect is something I've been working on. I try to take my students' feedback as much as possible because they are the ones that are in the desk learning, so I want to make sure that it's beneficial for them. It's not just what you're supposed to teach or supposed to do, but I want to make sure that they're actually somewhat connecting with it. And when we talked about, sometimes things are just boring and you just have to get through them. Sometimes, we do more fun things in the classroom, but we have to kind of get to that point. We can't just automatically, go do all the fun stuff all the time, because sometimes that just gets out of control. But I'm hoping eventually that it'll all be fun in some way or some form. So anyways, that's just how it goes. Alright, so it is complaint time. My computer is not working that great. Hardly ever. It really drives me crazy. Just want to throw that out there. Kind of hard to do technology when your technology doesn't work. Just letting you know. So got to realizing I haven't vlogged in forever, so I've got a few things that I might throw on this one. It's been 3 weeks, something crazy. I've just been super busy. We've had so many hurricanes and earthquake drills and tests and blah blah blah, and out of school and blah blah blah, whatever. So I just haven't been able to. So as you can see, they won today, and they won for the week right there. So that means that our fuzzy furry friend gets to come in next week, so I'll vlog about that next week as well. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of recap what happened this week and show you some footage from our fall festival, which is tonight, and I'm so exhausted, but it's going to be fun. So I'm rocking my Maslow Before Bloom shirt today. Thank you, Harmony Aby, my beautiful wife, who made that for me. If you don't know what that is, go check out Bloom's taxonomy, and then go check out Maslow's theory about how kids learn, how kids grow. It's all about child development and what works best for people in general, for kids. So as you can see, the Kerplunk station is about to erupt, so hopefully that works next week. The dodo. Alright, JoJo, dance. Dance, JoJo, dance. That's so cool.
And he knows how to drum. If you have anything that's hollow.
Nice.
If you have anything that's hollow, I can make him drum.
Nice. I would just share some things that have been on my mind and been on my heart here lately. So being almost a whole year into being a teacher, I've learned so much. I've learned so much this year only in like 3 months, and that is there's a lot that I don't know. Without getting into detail, obviously, I have students who are going through some crap, and it makes me sad, and I think about it a lot. And it's something that I can't necessarily control, but I can be positive. I can be the role model in their life. I can be the person who smiles at them when they come in the door every day. I can be the person who asks them how they're doing, the person who is interested in what they're doing, and that's something that no one, for some of them, of course. But if I wasn't there, if I was not like that, they would never have that in their life right now. And this is a critical age in 5th grade where they're getting ready to become, 6th graders. So it's important for me and all teachers in all grades to be that role model for them, to be that person who keeps them organized, keeps them moving, keeps them motivated. And they also need structure, they also need discipline, they also need consequences. So that's the one thing I've had to really grow in, because I just want to hang out all day, but we gotta get stuff done, and they need that discipline, they need that structure. Am I the best teacher in the world? Obviously not, because I'm a first-year teacher, but there are teachers who teach way better than I do, who can teach them more about content than I can, and I can explain it way better than I can. But that's what I'm trying to improve on, that's what I'm striving for. I want to be a well-rounded teacher, I want to be that positive role model, I want to be that great content teacher, but I want them to explore these areas, not just learn. So if they leave my classroom with nothing else, I want them to be great human beings. I want them to try hard in everything they do, to show excellence in everything they do, whether they get paid for it, whether they get recognition. I want them to go above and beyond. And I am thankful for all the educators who have poured into me over the years, specifically my student teaching teachers, as well, obviously, my main source, which is my wife, who really, I'm so thankful for Harmony in my life. Love you, honey. Because we can bounce ideas off of each other, we can talk about things, all the stresses, all the negative things that go along with teaching, we can kind of work those things out together. So that's it. That's Mr. Aby's words of wisdom to you as a teacher. Obviously there's more things in my life than teaching, but that's kind of my driving force, my passion right now. So thank you for listening. Have a great Halloween. Well, it is Sunday. I just woke up. I haven't got my beard going on yet. I literally almost pretty much just got out of the bed, had something to eat. Now I'm going to my grandmother's to do some work for her. But I wanted to finish the vlog this week just by saying I really, really appreciate my students. I really appreciate my school. Passion for this week, well, not my passion, but my hope for this week is that we just have another great week. We grow together, we build together, we learn together, and that we just try to stay on task. And I know that that's a cliche phrase from a lot of teachers, but that's what I'm hoping for this week. And so I'm trying to figure out ways that I can do that every day. Advice to any future educator, current educator, whoever you may be, when you get into the classroom, you really, first of all, need to be prepared. I've said that so many times, but it's the truth, Ruth. You need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for anything that could happen. You need to be prepared for anyone, any circumstance, anything that could happen or go wrong or right. So you have to always keep in mind what you're doing. Number two, students, you have to care about not just the curriculum, but you have to care about what they're going through. You have to care about what they need. And what they need is someone to care for them, someone to love them, someone to teach them, someone to show them discipline, show them that things have consequences occasionally, and that's a good thing. They're not going to break. They're going to still be strong, and it's going to make them stronger and you stronger. The last thing is you have to be willing to go above and beyond to reach students. The typical teacher lecture, students listen thing doesn't always work. Hardly ever works. It hasn't worked for me so far, but I do need to learn how to make things more interesting. I do need to know how to be more interesting as a teacher and to get their attention. Be prepared, go above and beyond, teach things in a different way, because all students are different, all students learn differently. A lot of my students are hands-on or physical learners, so they don't learn as good paper and pencil. They learn better using manipulatives or visual aids or drawing things out, designing things we're trying to get a little better at. So anything that you can do like that to engage them is definitely a plus. I will try to continue to do these weekly. I know that I've been pretty busy here lately and I haven't been able to put a lot of time into it, but I will try my best to keep them updated. Hope you have a great week, and as always, subscribe.